shock at W Korea, Park Bo-young reportedly barred over sponsored stockings. Imagine stepping onto the glittering red carpet of a breast cancer awareness gala, your heart pounding with anticipation, only to be halted by a staff member's whisper, "No stockings, no photos." This wasn't a scene from a dystopian drama, but a real-life moment that unfolded for one of South Korea's most cherished actresses, revealing the unforgiving underbelly of the fashion world's charitable facade. It's a story that lingers like an ill-fitting garment, making you question how glamour and goodwill can so easily clash in ways that humiliate even the stars. Last October, during W Korea's annual Love Your W event, a campaign launched in 2005 to blend high fashion with breast cancer advocacy, Park Bo-young found herself at the center of an embarrassing standoff. The actress, known for her radiant smile and relatable charm in hits like Strong Woman Do Bong Soon, had arrived in an ensemble sponsored by a luxury brand, complete with the requisite stockings, but fate, or perhaps poor tailoring, intervened. The stockings simply didn't fit. Undeterred, she proceeded bare-legged, expecting the evening's focus to remain on the cause. Instead, W Korea staff intercepted her, insisting that full-body shots were off-limits without the sponsored accessory, confining her to cropped upper-body images on the magazine's social media. One can't help but feel a pang of sympathy for Park in that instant. Picture the flush of cheeks under the flashbulbs, the quiet sting of exclusion amid a sea of sequins. It's a reminder that even icons aren't immune to the petty tyrannies of event protocols, turning what should be a night of solidarity into a personal slight that echoes the pressures women face daily in balancing appearance and authenticity. Park Bo-young's journey to that red carpet moment is one of quiet triumphs and unyielding grace, a narrative that makes her exclusion all the more poignant. Born in 1990 in South Korea, she burst onto the scene in 2006 with the award-winning short film Equal, her fresh-faced innocence capturing hearts at film festivals across the nation. By 2012, she had enchanted audiences worldwide as the ethereal Yoon-gyo in the box office smash A Werewolf Boy, a role that not only grossed over $43 million, but also cemented her as a versatile force in both romance and fantasy genres. Her television prowess shone in Oh My Ghost, 2015, where she embodied a possessed chef with comedic flair, earning her the nickname National Little Sister for her endearing girl-next-door vibe. Reflecting on these roles, it's hard not to admire the way Park infuses vulnerability with strength. She makes you root for her characters as if they were old friends, a quality that translates heartbreakingly to her real-life poise under pressure. Fast forward to 2025, and she's starring in Mellow Movie on Netflix, a romantic comedy that has critics praising her for evolving into more nuanced, multifaceted portrayals, alongside upcoming projects like Our Unwritten Soul on TVN, where she navigates dual identities in a heartfelt tale of self-discovery. These successes only amplify the irony of the incident. Here's a woman who's carried entire narratives on her shoulders, reduced to a wardrobe malfunction in the name of sponsorship. The Love Your W campaign itself carries a legacy of good intentions, stretched thin over 2 decades, a fact that adds layers of disappointment to Park's story. Initiated in 2006 by W Korea, the event was born from a partnership with the Korean Breast Cancer Foundation, aiming to fuse the allure of fashion with vital health messaging. Over the years, it has raised awareness through pink ribbon galas, donating proceeds to support low-income patients and early detection programs, efforts that have reportedly contributed millions to the cause, though exact figures remain opaque, fueling recent scrutiny. In South Korea, where breast cancer incidence has risen 30% over the past decade, according to the Korea Central Cancer Registry, such initiatives are crucial. The country boasts one of the highest survival rates globally at 93% for early-stage diagnoses, thanks in part to campaigns like this that encourage mammograms and self-exams. Yet, as I mull over the event's evolution from intimate fundraisers to lavish spectacles, a sense of unease creeps in. How does a movement meant to empower women end up enforcing beauty standards that could alienate those very survivors? It's a bittersweet evolution where the pink ribbons symbolize hope, but also the commodification of care, leaving attendees like Park caught in the crosshairs of commerce and compassion. This past incident might have faded into the footnotes of fashion folklore, but it roared back to life on October 15, 2025, when W Korea hosted its Love Your W 2025 edition, transforming a solemn awareness drive into what critics dubbed a glamorous bacchanal. Social media erupted with clips of A-list stars, think Hyeri, Ives Wonyoung, and Stray Kids Bangchan, sipping champagne under crystal chandeliers, their laughter mingling with the clink of glasses in a venue that screamed opulence over outreach. The pinnacle of the backlash came during Jay Park's performance of Mom May, a 2015 track whose title is slang for mom's friend, but whose lyrics delve into explicit odes to the female form. Lines like, "Your body is a work of art," juxtaposed against breast cancer's harsh realities, struck many as tone-deaf, even grotesque. Jay, performing on crutches from a recent injury, later issued a heartfelt apology on Instagram, admitting the song choice was inappropriate and vowing to be more mindful, a gesture that humanized him amid the frenzy. Watching the fallout unfold, I felt a mix of frustration and empathy. Frustration at how a performer's enthusiasm can blindside good intentions, and empathy for the survivors scrolling past party pics, wondering if their stories were mere backdrop to celebrity schmoozing. It's a stark illustration of how entertainment's flash can overshadow substance, turning potential allies into unwitting antagonists. The uproar didn't stop at musical missteps. Deeper digs revealed a labyrinth of event rules that prioritized polish over purpose, echoing Park Bo-young's plight with chilling symmetry. Reports surfaced that managers were barred from the premises to maintain an exclusive vibe, forcing celebrities to navigate the night unescorted, a detail that Dispatch highlighted as emblematic of W Korea's elitist bent. Attendees footed their own styling bills, with no compensation for appearances. Yet the night's proceeds, donated to the Korean Breast Cancer Foundation, were pegged at a modest 100 million won, about $72,000 USD, a sum that paled against the event's lavish production costs and sparked accusations of performative philanthropy. In a nation where breast cancer claims over 23,000 new cases annually, per the National Cancer Information Center, such paltry figures sting like an unheeded warning sign. This revelation evokes a quiet outrage in me. The idea that stars like Park, already stretched thin by industry demands, must subsidize their own spotlight while the cause they champion gets shortchanged. It's a cycle that breeds cynicism, making one yearn for transparency in how fashion's glitterati wield their influence for the greater good. Zooming out, the W Korea saga is but one thread in the tapestry of sponsorship scandals that have long shadowed K entertainment, where brands wield contracts like invisible leashes. Take the 2021 Snowdrop controversy, where historical inaccuracies led to sponsor pullouts from luxury houses like Dior and Chanel, costing the drama millions in backing and igniting debates on creative freedom versus commercial caution. Or consider aespa's Karina in July 2025, whose red ensemble during election season was branded politically provocative, prompting boycott calls and highlighting the unspoken pact idols maintain with neutrality to safeguard endorsements. These episodes underscore a broader tension. In an industry valued at $10 billion annually per the Korea Creative Content Agency, sponsorships aren't just perks, they're lifelines, dictating everything from wardrobe to worldview. Park's stocking debacle fits this pattern seamlessly, a microcosm of how minor infractions can cascade into major humiliations, leaving artists feeling like billboards rather than beacons. It stirs a reflective melancholy in me, pondering the toll on mental health. Surveys from the Korean Entertainment Management Association reveal that 40% of idols report anxiety tied to brand obligations, a statistic that humanizes the headlines. Yet, amid the indictments, glimmers of accountability emerge as W Korea's belated apology on October 19, 2025, attempted to stitch up the frayed edges. In a statement posted across platforms, the magazine acknowledged the party-like atmosphere had diluted the campaign's gravity, pledging to refocus on education and survivor stories in future iterations, while committing an additional 50 million won to research grants. Editor-in-Chief Kim Ji-young elaborated in an interview with the Korea Herald that the event's 20-year run had unintentionally drifted towards celebration over solemnity, a candid admission that softened some blows, but drew fire from netizens decrying it as too little too late. Jay Park's defenders rallied too, pointing to his history of advocacy, donating $100,000 to women's health initiatives in 2023 as proof of genuine intent. While critics like feminist blogger Lee Soo-jin argued the performance exemplified male gaze intrusion into women's health spaces. Parsing these responses, I find myself torn between hope and skepticism. Apologies can be band-aids on bullet wounds, but they also open doors to dialogue, urging the industry to interrogate its priorities. It's a tentative step, one that invites us to envision events where empathy eclipses extravagance. Park Bo-young's silence on the matter speaks volumes, a poised restraint that aligns with her reputation for humility. In a 2024 Vogue Korea profile, she shared how strong woman Do Bong-soon taught her resilience against typecasting, a lesson undoubtedly tested anew last year. Fans, however, haven't held back. Online forums buzz with support, from fan art depicting her as a stocking-free superhero to petitions urging W Korea to feature her in a redemption shoot. This outpouring warms the heart, a testament to her enduring appeal. After all, in Daily Dose of Sunshine 2023, she portrayed a psychiatric nurse with such tenderness that viewers worldwide reported feeling seen in their struggles. Her career's arc, from indie darling to streaming sensation, mirrors Korea's Hallyu wave, which exported $12.5 billion in content last year alone, per government data. Contemplating this, a surge of admiration rises. Park embodies the quiet revolution of women reclaiming narratives. Her grace under fire, a subtle rebuke to the systems that seek to script her every step. Breast cancer's shadow in South Korea extends far beyond red carpets, touching 1 in 38 women over their lifetimes, according to the Health Insurance Review and Assessment Service, a statistic that underscores why campaigns like Love Your W matter, even when they falter. The pink ribbon movement, which W Korea draws from, has evolved since its 1991 U.S. origins into a global emblem. But in Korea, it's intertwined with cultural taboos around women's bodies, making open discussions rare and vital. Initiatives like the Korean Society of Breast Cancer's annual walks have screened over 500,000 women since 2010, slashing late-stage diagnoses by 15%. Yet fashion's role remains double-edged, empowering through visibility while riskily aestheticizing illness. This duality evokes a complex sorrow in me, the joy of progress clashing with the grief of glossed-over pain, as survivors like actress Kim Hee-ae, who went public in 2019, advocate for authenticity over artifice. Events that honor such voices rather than overshadow them could bridge the gap, transforming controversy into catalyst. In the broader K-entertainment ecosystem, sponsorships have long been a double bind, fueling careers while fostering fragility. The 2016 sponsor scandal rumors, though unproven, exposed whispers of quid pro quo in idol deals, eroding trust and prompting stricter agency oversight. More recently, Kim Soo-hyun's 2025 ambassadorship fallout amid personal allegations saw brands like Laneige pause campaigns, costing millions and highlighting the precarious power dynamics at play. Park's case, though less explosive, illuminates the everyday enforcements. Idols must embody brand ideals flawlessly or face erasure. a pressure that the Korea Fair Trade Commission's 2024 guidelines aim to mitigate through contract transparency. It leaves a lingering unease, like an itch under silk. How can creativity thrive when compliance is king? Yet, it's this very tension that sparks innovation, as artists like Park pivot to independent projects, reclaiming agency one role at a time. As the dust settles on Love Your W 2025, the conversation pivots toward reform, with influencers and activists calling for hybrid events that blend bash with substance. Think survivor panels alongside performances, or interactive booths on self-exams amid the mingling. W Korea's pledge to audit future budgets transparently is a start, but true change demands buy-in from the C-suite down to the stylists. J Park's mea culpa, echoed by attendees like Bombing Tiger who donated personal fees post-event, hints at a collective awakening. Reflecting on it all, a cautious optimism stirs. Scandals, though painful, prune the excess, allowing healthier growth. For Park Bo-young, whose Abyss 2019 explored rebirth through fantasy, this chapter might just be her next metamorphosis, emerging not diminished, but defined by depth. The fashion industry's flirtation with philanthropy isn't unique to Korea. Globally, events like the Met Gala's 2024 Sleeping Beauties theme raised eyebrows for prioritizing spectacle over substance, donating a mere fraction of ticket sales to the Costume Institute. In contrast, Korea's Pink October drives, bolstered by K-pop endorsements from groups like Twice, have boosted screening rates by 20% in urban areas, per Ministry of Health data. Yet, when glamour gatekeeps grace, as in Park's exclusion, it risks alienating the very demographic it serves, women over 40, who account for 70% of cases but often feel sidelined in youth-obsessed media. This oversight tugs at the heartstrings, evoking stories like that of author Han Kang, whose Nobel-winning The Vegetarian subtly critiques bodily autonomy, mirroring the autonomy battles in health advocacy. Bridging these worlds could yield profound impact, turning red carpets into runways for real resilience. Park's filmography offers a counterpoint to the chaos, a sanctuary of stories that celebrate imperfection. In Doom at Your Service, 2021, she played a terminally ill woman bargaining with fate, a role that drew from her own reflections on mortality and garnered her a Baeksang Arts Award nomination. Her chemistry with co-stars, from Park Hyung-sik to So In-guk, has spawned shipper cults. But it's her solo shine in Light Shop, upcoming 2026, that promises to delve into grief's quiet corners. These choices feel like quiet rebellions against the Stockings strictures, a way to say, my worth isn't woven in nylons. It inspires a gentle awe, reminding us that true stardom lies in the scars we script into scripts, not the seams we hide. The 2025 controversy's ripple effects reached beyond Korea, with international outlets like BBC Asia critiquing it as Hallyu's hollow halo, prompting a surge in global donations to the foundation, up 15% in a week, ironically validating the event's reach despite its misfires. Netizens worldwide shared survivor testimonials, from US blogger Jessica Buchanan's viral thread on body positivity post-mastectomy to Japanese artist Yoko Ono's archival pieces on healing through art. This cross-cultural chorus fosters a profound connection, a shared heartbeat against the disease's drum. In moments like these, the cynicism fades, replaced by a fierce solidarity that feels like sunlight breaking through storm clouds. Ultimately, Park Bo-young's Stocking saga and the ensuing uproar serve as a mirror to the fashion-philanthropy nexus, reflecting back not just flaws, but fixes. As W Korea recalibrates for 2026, perhaps inviting Park as a keynote on empowerment, the industry edges toward equity. Her poised navigation of this narrative, much like her turn in On Your Wedding Day, 2018, where she charmed through chaos, affirms that resilience is the real red carpet ready look. And in that, there's a spark of hope. That next October, the flashbulbs will capture not just couture, but courage. To truly unpack the cultural currents swirling around this incident, consider South Korea's breast cancer landscape in fuller detail. The disease, the second most common cancer among Korean women, saw 26,000 diagnoses in 2024 alone, with urban stress and delayed screenings exacerbating risks in a fast-paced society. Campaigns like Love Your W emerged against this backdrop, partnering with entities such as the Susan G. Komen affiliate to distribute free kits and host webinars, efforts that have educated over 1 million since inception. But when the 2025 event's videos showed more toasts than talks, it ignited forums like DC Inside, where users dissected the disconnect. Is this awareness or Instagram bait? One post queried, amassing 50,000 views. This visceral reaction resonates deeply, stirring a protective instinct for the cause's integrity, as if witnessing a family heirloom pawned for party favors. Jay Park's role in the fray adds another dimension. His Mame, not just a song, but a cultural artifact from K-hip-hop's bold era. Released under AOMG, it topped charts with its unapologetic sensuality. But in a charity context, it clashed like oil on water. Park, a Korean-American trailblazer who founded the label in 2013, has balanced bravado with benevolence, auctioning concert tickets for cancer research in 2022. His crutch-bound set, a testament to grit after a stage fall, humanized the mishap, prompting fans to trend #JParkApologyAccepted, countering the hate with hashtags of support. It's a narrative that tugs at contradictions, admiring the artist's vulnerability while critiquing the venue's vetting, leaving one with a nuanced ache for better curation. Sponsorship stranglehold in K-Ent is no secret, with idols logging 300-plus brand deals yearly, per industry trackers, often at the expense of artistic liberty. The 2021 Che Yena rumor mill, though debunked, spotlighted sponsor myths that perpetuate exploitation fears, leading to YG Entertainment's 2022 policy overhauls for fairer terms. Park Bo-young's brand V tie-in, likely from Fendi or similar, exemplifies the norm. Outfits loaned for exposure, but with strings attached that can snap under scrutiny. This reality breeds a subdued anger, the kind that simmers over how talent is traded for tailoring, urging reforms like the 2025 Entertainer Protection Act proposals for contract caps. Park's Goldland, Disney Plus 2026 teaser, where she plays a resilient minor, hints at her future trajectory. Roles that mine deeper emotions, far from fashion's superficial digs. Her off-screen life, including advocacy for mental health via the Blue Tree Foundation since 2018, positions her as a quiet reformer, donating 200 million won to youth counseling. Such actions evoke inspiration, a beacon for peers navigating similar storms, proving that one bare leg can stride toward broader change. Expanding on the apology's aftermath, W Korea's follow-up included a survivor feature in their November issue, profiling 5 women whose stories eclipsed the stars, a pivot that boosted subscriptions by 8% per Nielsen Korea. Collaborations with NGOs like the Korean Cancer Association promise on-site screenings at future events, a practical balm for past blunders. This evolution feels like a hard-won hug, acknowledging the hurt while hugging the horizon of healing. In global parallels, the CFDA's Fashion Targets Cancer has raised $25 million since 2004 without the party pitfalls, offering a blueprint for W Korea. Focus on funds, not frolic. Korean brands like Amore Pacific, sponsors of pink ribbon runs, model this by tying sales to direct donations, amassing 5 billion won in 2024. These models murmur promise, a whisper that glamour can ground itself in grace. Park's Scandal Makers 2008 debut, where she played a precocious granddaughter, launched a legacy of layered performances, earning her the Blue Dragon Film Award. Today, as she preps for Mijui Seoul, her dual-role challenge will undoubtedly draw from life's dualities, fame's highs and humiliations, infusing authenticity that audiences crave. It's this alchemy that captivates, turning personal trials into universal triumphs. The incident's silver lining? Amplified awareness. Google Trends spiked breast cancer screening Korea searches by 40% post-controversy, potentially saving lives through curiosity sparked by critique. Celebrities like IU, who skipped the event citing misaligned vibes, used the moment to fund personal drives, raising 300 million won for clinics. Such ripple effects kindled joy amid the jabs, proving backlash can birth breakthroughs. As 2025 wanes, the Love Your W legacy hangs in balance, a cautionary tale for charity chic worldwide. For Park Bo-young, it's but a footnote in a footnote-rich career, her spirit unstockinged and soaring. In the end, it's the human heart, the beak beneath the bustle, that truly raises the ribbon high.